Take yourself like a shell box.
There we go.
You know, throw a shell box right in this black thing.
In a nostalgic reunion, Mike Tyson joined his friend and former undisputed world heavyweight and cruiserweight champion, Evander Holyfield, in training for his upcoming clash with Jake Paul next weekend. Despite the legendary status of Tyson and Holyfield, Jake Paul, after reviewing their training footage, took a jab at Tyson's performance. Paul humorously likened the impact of Tyson's punches to that of his grandmother, suggesting they had very little effect.
Did you see Mike Tyson
dropping
his sparring partner?
I was talking about,
yeah, I fucking saw it.
I was talking about
no shit, I saw it, and I don't give a fuck. Sure, he's looking good. Sure, he's looking.
A match initially expected to have a relatively quiet and friendly build-up turned into a spectacle of chaos and heated arguments once the photo shoot concluded and the bout was announced. Reflecting on the shoot on his podcast, BS with Jake Paul's friend Brandon Amato commented, "What was interesting was the dynamic between you guys during that whole shoot. In the past, you and Mike have been friendly, but this time it wasn't all smiles."
All of that. Oh, he's dropping people. He's fast. So the fuck am I. People want the truth.
I don't think people want you to kill Mike Tyson.
Okay.
We were there for about 7 hours. There was no friendly laughing or giggling. You guys were in a different mode, Paul's friend Brandon Amato said, highlighting the tension. Paul then confirmed the animosity, saying, "When you sign the contract, something changes, right? Even if we want to stay friendly, it's like we are facing off. I love and respect him so much, and I'm honored to be going into the ring with him. But we are still fighting each other."
I really want to see, bro, because you're Iron Mike Tyson, but I have an iron chin. People know that. Like, I take shots, so I think people are underestimating me being able to deal with his.
The shoot took place in an incredible setting on helicopter pad, but Paul didn't want to give anything away to his boxing idol. Since then, every new day has brought either a troll from Jake Paul or a comeback from Mike Tyson. These two very outspoken men, from different generations and eras, have engaged in a verbal sparring match. Expectedly, there will be plenty of trash talking, controversies, and drama until the big day arrives.
Fighting off a lot. This is definitely the tough hours, the last thing to go.
No nerves in you at all about this.
The latest chapter in the ongoing drama and controversy came with Jake Paul's recent statement mocking Mike Tyson and his legendary career. The baddest man on the planet wasted no time in responding to Paul's taunts, which followed elite training video. In his challenge to Tyson, Paul made a remark that definitely didn't sit well with the boxing icon, saying, Mikey, your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see."
Mikey, your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see. Whoop.
The dramatic build-up to the much-anticipated showdown between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson has been filled with controversy, taunts, and fiery exchanges on social media. The tension between the two fighters has escalated ever since the fight was officially announced, with each new day bringing a fresh layer of animosity. But nothing has sparked more attention than Jake Paul's recent statements, which have undeniably crossed the line for some fans and critics. In a leaked training video, Jake Paul took the opportunity to mock Tyson, emphasizing the differences between them as the fight drew closer. Paul, who's no stranger to stirring the pot on social media, re-emphasized what many had been speculating since the match was first confirmed. Tyson, at 58 years old, would be vulnerable against a 27-year-old in his prime. In this particular video, Paul issued a challenge, mocking Tyson's age and ability. He made a remark that quickly caught the attention of boxing fans and critics alike, saying, Mikey, your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see." It was a direct dig at Tyson's age and perceived slowed reflexes, but it was far from the first shot Paul had taken at the boxing legend. The animosity between the two fighters grew even more intense when Jake Paul took to Instagram to hype up the fight. He posted a training video, but it wasn't just the footage itself that got attention. It was the caption that stirred controversy. Paul wrote, I'm going to bite your ear off, Mikey. This reference was a blatant nod to Tyson's infamous ear-biting incident during his 1997 fight against Evander Holyfield, a moment that remains one of the most notorious in boxing history. The ear-bite scandal had been a long-buried part of Tyson's legacy, but Paul seemed to bring it back to the forefront. For many, it was a cheap shot aimed at exploiting one of Tyson's most embarrassing moments. Tyson and Holyfield's rivalry had been well documented, but it had largely been put to rest in the years following the incident. However, Jake Paul's comments seemed to resurrect that old feud, despite the fact that Tyson had long moved on from the event. Paul's behavior raised eyebrows, particularly when he followed up the Instagram post with another bizarre stunt: a video of himself biting a plastic ear while showing a friend with an injured ear. In response to Paul's taunts, Tyson took a more indirect approach, but one that clearly communicated his feelings. On Snapchat, Tyson posted a picture of himself undergoing intense training, with the caption, "Everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face." For those familiar with Tyson's persona and past, this was a clear reference to one of his most famous quotes about the reality of facing adversity in the ring. Tyson also shared a snap of himself hitting the pads with his trainer, Rafael Cordeiro, accompanied by the words, "All eyes on me." This was undoubtedly a response to Paul's provocative behavior, signaling that Tyson was prepared to back up his legacy and reputation when the time came to fight. Jake Paul didn't stop there, continuing to use his social media platform to create buzz for the fight. Just a few days later, he posted a photo of himself facing off with Tyson, teasing their upcoming battle. The caption read, "The greatest heavyweight boxer on the planet and Mike Tyson." However, this statement caused a stir, not because of the mention of Tyson's greatness, but because Paul seemed to imply that he himself was the greatest heavyweight boxer on the planet. This sparked a backlash, as many saw it as a disrespectful and misguided attempt by Paul to insert himself into the conversation about heavyweight greatness, a title most would reserve for someone like Tyson, who was a two-time world champion and widely regarded as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Tyson, whose career spanned from the late 1980s to the early 2000s, was the youngest boxer to ever win a heavyweight title, securing his first championship at just 20 years old. His reign as the undisputed heavyweight champion from 1987 to 1990 cemented his place in boxing history, and he was known for his aggressive, knockout-heavy style. In fact, Tyson's record of winning his first 19 professional fights by knockout, 12 of them in the first round, is legendary. He holds the distinction of being the first heavyweight boxer to hold the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles simultaneously, and he remains the only heavyweight to unify them in succession. Tyson also became the lineal champion when he knocked out Michael Spinks in just 91 seconds during the first round in 1988. His accomplishments in the ring are unparalleled, and his place in boxing history is firmly entrenched. However, the upcoming fight between Tyson and Paul will be unlike any other in Tyson's career. Tyson, who will be 58 years old when he faces the 27-year-old Paul, will have a 31-year age gap between